Hello, everybody. It is Saturday, February 21st, and welcome back to the Nick Watkins Show. I'm Nick Watkins. Let's get into it. We have a lot to talk about. We'll start with yesterday's hockey action. So, two semifinal games yesterday for the Olympics men's hockey playoff. Finland and Canada, United States and Slovakia yesterday to advance to the gold medal game. We'll talk about the first game here, Canada versus Finland. Went up, excuse me, Finland went up 2-0 in this game. One goal in the first, another in the second. Then Reinhardt and Theodore responded in the second and the third. And then finally, Nathan MacKinnon scored a goal with 36 seconds left in the game to make it 3-2 Canada. I did talk about this game um, yesterday, but so if you want full thoughts on that, go to yesterday's episode. But what I do want to say is Canada down had to come back late, and they were clutch in the end, like they have been. They scored the overtime goal in their first playoff game, and then here they score late. Um, Celebrini played great again in this one, and Finland showed up. They played hard, but wasn't enough. They couldn't hold off Canada down the stretch. So 3-2 final in that one. Very exciting game. The next one wasn't as exciting, but for the United States, it was a great win. 6-2 in the United States over Slovakia. Larkin scored first, followed by Thompson, Jack Hughes, Jack Eichel, Jack Hughes again, making it 5-0. So there were two goals in the first period. 15 minutes and then 15 minutes after that, so 41 seconds. And then two goals from Jack Hughes and Eichel within like 19 seconds. Jack Hughes scored again with a minute 36 left in the second. So the United States feeling pretty good at this point, up 5-0 going into the third. Slavkovsky scored for Slovakia. Brady Tkachuk made it 6-1, and then Pavel Regenda, the Sharks player, 6-2 was the final score after his goal. Nice, convincing win for the United States. 39 shots to Slovakia's 24. There were a lot of penalties in this game. 30 penalty minutes for the United States, 20 for Slovakia, 5 power play opportunities each. Lots of fights in this one. But it was exciting, and the United States played their best game of the tournament, in my opinion. Really dominated this game to advance to the gold medal game. The gold medal game will be tomorrow at 5 in the morning. That is quite early, and yet I will be waking up that early to watch this game. I don't think we're going to live stream it because that is ridiculous. Having a live stream at 5 in the morning, I mean, no one's even going to be on, so what's the point of doing that? But I will be watching this game. Um, waking up, waking up at 5 in the morning to watch this. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting, and I can't wait for this game to happen. This is the gold medal game. This is the last event for the Olympics. I think it's the last Olympic event. I think all the other ones are wrapping up today, and we're just gonna have hockey tomorrow. USA and Canada for the gold medal. This is a huge, huge game. These are the two best countries in the Olympics for hockey. They already faced off on the women's side of things, where the U.S. won in overtime. Hopefully, we can get a similar result for the United States in this game, but it really can't be overstated. It can't be overstated how big this game is. It's a big, very, very big deal. This is the championship for international hockey, essentially. It's a big deal, and I can't wait for this game to get started tomorrow at 5 in the morning. I'm gonna be watching it. It's gonna be fun. Now, there's some more things that we're going to talk about here. We're going to talk about baseball. And how about baseball? Spring training for the Giants. The spring training game. The first. Sorry. Here we go. This is what we got. We got the Giants are going to play their first spring training game today from the Cactus League against the Seattle Mariners. We're gonna have Hayden Birdsong on the bump today, going up against Emerson Hancock. Um, Two young pitchers, but I'm excited for this. This is a good chance to see what Birdie can do. Because you remember last year he had I don't know if it was anxiety problems. It was definitely some mental something, the yips, whatever you want to call it. But he was not good. Well, at the start of the year in the bullpen, he was fantastic. He was pitching lights out. And then once he got converted to a starting role, which he was pretty good at as a rookie in 24, he just lost his command, which is unfortunate because he has some great stuff. He had a great curveball. The fastball is electric, high velocity. I still believe in him. I think he still has potential, but um, he needs to prove that. I don't think he's going to be on the starting rotation at least at the start of the year. He could work his way there. Personally, I agree with FP Santangelo's point that he would make a fantastic closer, and I agree with that because he has two really good pitches. The changeup and slider are all right, but the curveball and the fastball are what really gets strikeouts for him. And with the command problems with the starter, that's really bad. But with a reliever, especially a closer, I mean, it's more tolerable. Obviously, you want to be able to command the zone, but I think it could be good for him. You don't want to put him in that role quite so early because, you know, he is still as young and he still has talent as a starting pitcher. But I'd like to see him in the late innings coming out of the bullpen, at least in the start of the year, and we'll see how it goes from there. Um, these games are really important because the Giants, the starting rotation is pretty much set. Not completely though. There's still if someone has a fantastic training camp, someone has a fantastic spring, there's definitely could be changes. But as of right now, it looks like it's going to be Webb and Ray, which is it's going to be Webb and Ray, and then in my opinion, I think Roop Landon Roop will be the third starter. He pitched great in the summer last year. The spring, he was he was decent. He would have a good start and then a bad start. It kind of evened out. But in the summer, and especially in July, he was pitching um, excellent, fantastic pitching from Landon Roop. He did get hurt in August, which sucked. Kind of a minor injury, but because it was so late in the year, he was out for the year. So he hasn't pitched since then. I was a really big fan of Roop. He has a nice um, sinker and a curveball, a big curve. It was really after the Dodgers start on June. It would have been like June 9th or so, something like that, June 9th. He really kicked it in the gear. He got smacked in that Dodgers start. He gave up like 10 runs or something. He was horrible. And ever since that game, he locked in. He pitched great for the Giants in the summer. So he'll probably be the third starter pitcher. And then Molly and Hauser, it'll probably be Hauser and then Molly are the two back end starters. He signed them in free agency on smaller deals to be back in starters. They have potential to be great for us. I mean, great. They have potential to be good. They have potential to be good pitchers. I mean, there is a little bit of an injury history, but they both had good years last year before their injury. Hauser, before he got traded to the Rays, when he was with the White Sox, he pitched great. Molly was also pitching great before he got hurt, so hopefully they can bounce back. But the real interesting part for the Giants this spring is the bullpen because if you if you look at the guys who are currently in the pen, you have Ryan Walker, who apparently has fixed his mechanical problems. That's what Walker's deal was last year. He was not 2024. He was elite closer for the Giants, taking over for Doval. But last year he struggled heavily. He could not command his pitches, and even though they were still filthy, he was not doing a good job commanding the zone. So but I think it appears that he's fixed that. The talk is that he's fixed that, and that is great. I still believe in Ryan Walker. Do I want him as the closer? I actually don't want him as the closer. I never, partially because I loved Camilo so much, but I just don't think he is good as a closer. I mean, the mentality problems, yes, but I think as a middle, maybe setup guy, I think he definitely has talent in the lesser situations. I just think the save situation might be a little much for him at this point. He is still younger, but I like Ryan Walker as a setup guy. So You have Walker coming off the mechanical problems. Hopefully he's fixed that. Eric Miller coming off a shoulder surgery. Piguero, who's very young but showed lots of promise. Buto, who's more established, but he did struggle a little bit with us last year. And then you also have Jason Foley, I want to say. And Jason Foley, he is not going to be pitching until, well, really, he's not going to be pitching until um, the summertime, like June, July, something like that. And then obviously you have Randy, but Randy is going to be out for the year. I think he's gonna be out for the year. There's a chance he may come back like late into the season. I hope he does, but the priority for Randy is just getting healthy. Randy is probably our best reliever. He was so good last year. All star Randy Rodriguez, right-handed Randy. He's amazing, but he is gonna be out for a while. So those are five guys whose spots are not secure in the bullpen. I feel like Miller and Walker probably, and probably Buto as well. But the other guys, there's definite competition and the bullpen spots are available. The interesting thing is we have a lot of young starting pitching who are not like top prospects, but they still have a lot of promise. Wisenhunt, Seymour, McDonald, Beck, Wynn, Blake Tidwell. Um, those are just the names off the top of my head. And if you look even deeper, I mean, Bivens, Gage, Brubaker, uh, I said Wisenhunt, right? I said Wisenhunt. Gregory Santos as well. Um, San Martin as well. I mean, Bednar. We have a lot of young pitchers who aren't necessarily bullpen guys, but there's no room for them in the starting rotation. But there's a ton of room for open spots in the bullpen. If you have a great spring, you have a chance to find yourself on the opening day roster in the bullpen. And we're looking for bullpen guys because we traded away Duvall and Rogers. Randy's hurt. We don't necessarily have the most established guys in the bullpen. And, this is a chance for a lot of young players to make, the open day roster. And while it probably won't be as starters, just getting that experience can be great for young pitchers. And I'm really, that's why this spring is very important for the Giants because you're trying to figure out who's going to be in that bullpen at the start of the year. The lineup is pretty much set aside from Bryce Eldridge. You're looking for Bryce Eldridge to ball out. And if he does, then he will most definitely be in the open day roster, probably as the DH. But I am really looking forward to seeing what we have. I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to play well, who are the big stories, and which prospects can really make a name for themselves here. So, other spring training games going on. There's so many of them. And yeah, that's all we have to talk about today. It's exciting. It's spring training is a wonderful time, and I really can't wait for opening day. I mean, the World Baseball Classic is just a couple weeks away. That's the thing I'm most excited for in this spring baseball time. It's the WBC. It's going to be a ton of fun, and I can't wait for it. But Giants baseball today, super excited about that. Not NHL, Olympic hockey third place game, the bronze medal game is going on today. Finland and Slovakia. Finland should take that one, but Slovakia has been good. And then tomorrow, the big one at 5 in the morning. I wish it was later, but it'll be at 5 in the morning. So if you want to watch this game live, set your alarm early. Go to bed early tonight. I'll be doing that so we can enjoy the biggest hockey game you might ever see. It could be that good. So that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.